There you go, final pass. Way too tight. All of them are that way. Hey, I'm back on this Mini Cooper N14 engine. I already talked about this once on a video. They put the cylinder support systems plate in the top of it. They bored and honed it and decked it. He's running Gorilla rods with the CSS pistons. I'm not sure if they manufacture them or you just get them badged with their name. I did a video on how rough this crankshaft was. Remember this? Okay, here we go. $35. Hey, it's still Thursday. Back to annoy you again. Hey, crankshafts are supposed to be like around 12. You know, 14's maybe acceptable. I get my cranks down around 10. But 35, that's ridiculous. This guy spent a lot of money on this project and really got dinked by the machine shop here in Portland that has since closed. Thank goodness for that. They were pumping out some crappy work. Here's a look at the head. He got titanium retainers and some springs. I'm pretty sure those are brand new stainless valves. There's the other side of that head. Look at this deck. Boy, it looks pretty rough. Let's check it. So this is my profilometer. It's made by Sonnen. It has a probe on the front here that goes back and forth and reads the surface finish. We're looking for less than 25. Let's see what we got. $48. Wow. I'm pretty sure I know the method that they use to surface heads. They probably didn't do it like that, but they might as well have. You know, this thing's turbocharged and it needs a smooth finish. Hey, before I put this crankshaft away, look at it. So not only was the surface too rough, but look at the three centers. This thing smoked the bearings in 50 miles. He got 50 miles out of it. These journals are thousandths over the high side. 1 full thousandths over the high side. Now wait till you see what I found out when I measured this main line. He had it line honed by that same company. So the cylinder support systems did the deck on the block. They put that insert in the top and they bored and honed it. But this other shop, those clowns, they did the line hone. Look what I found. So I got my bore gauge here set in the middle. So I was holding that mic with one hand and moved my tripod over to the other side, and it wasn't very stable. It fell over. Got a little scream out of David from across the shop. Look at this. It's way too tight. All of them are that way. Ridiculous. Okay, now I'm in number 2. Look at that. 6/10. Here's number 3. 1 thou and 2/10. Ridiculous. Here we are in number 4. 7/10. Now here I am at number 4, but I'm at the parting line. 1,000. Now I'm on the parting line of number 4 on the opposite side. It's 1/1000 too tight on the parting line. Now I'm on number 3 on that same side of the block. I turned my light on. I realized it wasn't on. It's 1/1000 too tight. Here we are in number 3, this other side. It's about 1,000, maybe a little more. Number 2, that same side of the block. 1,000, about 1 thou and 4/10. Now we're on the opposite side of number 2. It's right on the 0 on the parting line. Now we're on number 1 on that same side. Pretty close to the 0. Now the opposite side on the parting line. 2,000. This line hone's all jacked up. So I also measured number 5. It's all jacked up. This thing's like pushing a garden hose across the lawn. the parting line is just jacked. It could be maybe from binding up the crank a little bit, but you know, the main line's off anyway. I know it wasn't done correctly. The guy only got 50 miles out of this thing. Man, he spent a lot of money. That shop, I'm not going to say who it was, but yeah, they're closed. It was a great shop, family shop. Grandfather started it, father took it over, then the son took it over, and he just didn't know what the hell he was doing. Good thing he sold it, I guess, huh? So I'm going to get this bed plate off here. I'm going to cut a little more off of it in my machine right back behind me. So I'll be right back when we get all these bolts out. There's a lot of them, look. Okay, so we got all the regular bolts here on top, but look at all these bolts around the side. And in the front, around this side. So let me get them all out. Okay, ordinarily I would cut the bed plate, but this has steel inserts in it. See there? I don't know, they put them in with magic or something, I'm not sure how. So I'm going to cut the block. I'm going to take a couple thou off of it to give a little bit more meat to get this main line situated. Here's all the fasteners. Boy, don't lose any of these, you'll have to buy a whole set. Hey, I want to show you something old school. Check this out. This is back how stuff used to be made. Wooden box. This is an old standard micrometer, bore gauge, excuse me. I had to use this one because it has a real small head on it. So I have a couple big bore gauges for my son and CK10. I also have some smaller ones that would have fit the diameter, but they weren't that long. So I'm glad I have this one. Let me get this block in the surfacer and let me take a little whack on it. Okay, so I got to take this plate off and I'm going to mount it onto these riser blocks. So I'll scoot this one over. Okay, I always say don't set something down on a fresh surface. I'm going to do it on this one. I'm not going to resurface that block. I've already done this one, so I have just a sharpening stone here. Just a little bit of something on it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You might get grossed out. And just work the ends. Don't work just the middle. You'll get a saddle in this thing. I'm just removing the burrs. That's it. Just a real light little dusting there. Make sure there's no burrs to scratch that deck. There we go. Let me get the block in here. There you go. I did both of them. Now let me get the block in here. I had a customer just come in. Well, he called me first. Said he had an easy one for me. He broke off his PCV valve in his valve cover. He shows up. He tried to drill it and there's a broken up drill bit in it. I said, easy? Oh, easy one, huh? I said, this ain't easy. He said, oh, you can put it in your drill press and just drill it. Man, you can't drill a drill bit. I don't know what's the matter with people. Let me get this block in here. Okay, I got it in the surfacer. I got everything blued. I'm going to travel down here and make like a very light witness cut. See what we got. Hey, so this isn't going to cut all the way to this edge. You won't cut it off. I'll deal with that later. I'm dealing with the other end being so wide. It's pretty wide here in the back. You can see here I'm using quite a bit of the machine. I could have scooted over a little bit more, but it won't be an issue. Here we go. I'm running at slow feed. I'm going to put a little oil on it too. So you can see we missed this corner. Picking up over there. Set up pretty nice, really. Really, this is a really light cut. Set up great. There's that edge we missed. Hitting all the way out on that end. We missed just barely right here. Nice and square in the machine. Really happy with how it's set up. So I'm going to come out this nice and slow. Just a thou. Spray her down again. Just getting to this end here. There you go, final pass. Looking good. there we got her. Okay, there we go. Now I got to deal with this. Hey, I vacuumed up all these chips. Don't blow chips in your machine. You'll get on the ways. The only place I blow chips is outside the bar in the parking lot. Hey, I can see why this main line's screwed up, or why he screwed it up. This has to have a crosshatch, just like a cylinder. You got to stroke that the mandrel back and forth quickly. I'd hate to see what his mandrel looked like in the shoes. Whoever bought that machine probably had to replace them all. Anyways, let me flip this out. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is where men are men and sheep are nervous. Okay, I got a little bluing on there. That was a horrible joke, wasn't it? All right, here we go. Man, I couldn't have hit that any closer. Look how we got the marks from the other direction. See how that edge isn't squared anymore? This thing is spot on. Success. There you go. I hit that with some 320 disc ever so lightly. It's very, very flat. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Let me get that bed plate back on it. There you go. 87 million fasteners tightened and ready to machine. Hey, I didn't remove enough to affect this seal fit. It's going to fit just fine the way it is. Okay, so I ended up taking 4/1000ths off that block. So some of them bearing fits are going to have about 6.5 to remove out of them. It's going to need line board, and I don't have a line bore. The closest line bore I could find is Roseburg, which is about 3 hours south of Portland. And I'll get with the customer, see how he wants to get it there. I'm not going to deal with it. I'll ship it for him. UPS maybe wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, they really screwed that block up. So thanks for coming along, you guys. Hey, you guys come back and see me again, okay? Hey, tomorrow's Friday. Huh? All right, you guys have a nice night. Be nice to each other. Bye.